advised that the lanes are split because of some construction coming up. So that's why that ground unit, I don't believe, and John, if you can pull out just a little bit, I don't believe that ground unit is still that close
Get 'em,
anymore.
boys.
Yeah, they wanted to back off as they were coming up to that construction. So we'll see where that construction is, but that's what the Fort Tejon, wow, right on the shoulder.
Damn.
Amazing.
That's what those Fort Tejon units were advising, was that the roadway is going to split because of some construction coming up.
Have you been able to find out any more
91
information on
miles.
what's a stolen SUV, from where, when it happened? Was it a violent carjacking type situation? Do we know anything about
Yeah,
that?
no, all we know right now is that LAPD was the one who started it. It sounds like it started in the Devonshire area, which is kind of in the
Stolen SUV.
northwest portion of the valley. And LAPD started it. They requested CHP to take it over. And that's where CHP has kind of been. I'm working to see if there's any aircraft they're going to take off out of Bakersfield or Kern County to come be overhead of this and relieve whoever's there with their helicopter right now. But just these really wild situations. And the only good thing about the driving on the shoulder like this is we have seen several times recently where these drivers are going so crazy on the shoulder and they kick up debris and they end up essentially spiking themselves.
Yo, what's up, man?
And the car comes to an end. So hopefully that will be
What you got going on?
Well, we have certainly seen her on both sides of the shoulders there and going at an extremely high rate of speed, still going well over 100 miles an hour. And Dave Avalar, oftentimes when these drivers are going so fast, we know that the cruisers will back off a little bit to see if the driver will slow down. But in this case, it doesn't seem like it's impacting her at all, whether a cruiser is right behind her or back a little ways.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is they're trying to de-escalate it. They're trying to calm the driver down. I don't think that's going to happen here. So I think what the CHP is doing, and we've seen it so many times,
call it off.
They're going to stay right on them. And Mike, you're absolutely right about the shoulder.
Damn.
A lot of debris there. In fact, we've seen the chippies here a while back.
This person probably gonna die, bro.
Wow, Dave, let me tell you, like Amy says, just from us here on the desk, the anxiety level that we're experiencing just watching this car narrowly miss some of those orange cones or dividers there. Mike was saying that those split lanes. I think, Mike, this is
better. Ooh.
That's what we're seeing. Yeah, that's what the CHP was worried about. And hopefully, I mean, we see the cones. Hopefully, there are no workers in the middle of the freeway here, having to navigate.
Damn, this look like this gonna go bad.
Unwilling to, follow any kind of rules of the road here. She's up on the shoulder.
This is going
the
bad.
unit said they're going to try to pick it up once she gets out of this construction area. But at this point, it doesn't appear that there's anybody right immediately behind her on the ground.
Yeah.
They are aware. The CHP is.
It's gonna end real bad.
We are essentially helping CHP. I do hear them talking about how they are watching this on TV to kind of keep an eye on her as well. So that's why you don't see any of those. Yeah, they're asking the Newhall units to get out of this and stop chasing her, and then the Fort Tejon units
call it
will
off.
pick up somewhere as we cross the Kern County line now.
It's too dangerous. Call it off.
In area, Mike, do you know Fort Tejon versus Newhall?
Yeah, Fort Tejon is at the very, very top of the grapevine on the Kern County side. Newhall will chase it all the way up to the 5. Newhall is Palmdale, Lancaster, Santa Clarita, north to the LA County line. And then the Fort Tejon
This shit too dangerous for everybody involved.
You'll get into the Bakersfield units once she gets further down. So we are within Kern County right now, just passing Lebec.
Look, amazing. Lebec to Hatchapee there on our map tracker. Incredible just how much distance she's covered in the time that we've been on the air here. You were saying it started in the Devonshire area here.
Yep.
Now we're heading into a whole other county.
Yeah.
So, my goodness. And again, just very dangerous driving. And these drivers on the road just have zero idea what's coming up behind them. And you can see there's fewer lanes there for this driver to get, around traffic. I mean, again, the anxiety level is high for officers, for that driver, and for anybody watching this.
Man, something ain't this ain't going to end right.
When you have the cruisers close behind and you hear the sirens and you see the flashing lights, you're made aware as a driver that something's going on. But when those cars back off and she's just flying up behind you, we've all had one of those speeders come up behind us. You're trying to change lanes, and then all of a sudden, there they are.
Whoa.
So this is very dangerous. If anyone makes a quick lane change, she's right there.
And there's a lot of fishtailing there, Mike. You can see when she basically goes off the asphalt there of the freeway and kind of hits the shoulder. There's a little bit of she loses control for just a second.
This is
fishtail
not
engine
going
makes
in
it
right, boy.
all that much more dangerous for anybody who might be near her if she does lose control of the car.
Yeah, and you know, the whole design of what's tracking mode or surveillance mode is to get these people to slow down thinking they're not being chased. There are no units really within eyeshot of her at all, and that is clearly not impacting her in any way. She is uninterested in stopping whether or not there are units behind her. Thankfully, it looks like we're out of that construction zone now, so we'll see if any of the Fort Tehachapi units get involved. I did just hear that there's still an LAPD airship that is overhead of this, which is obviously way out of their area now. I did hear them try to request somebody from Kern County, either CHP Kern County or maybe Kern County Sheriff or somebody that can come in and replace the LAPD ship as they are well out of their kind of area now. I did also hear something about Air 5-1, so we'll see if they're going to kind of try to catch up to this as well. But that LAPD ship, still going with it. They're on the radio with the Fort Tejon units, who are probably going to try to get into place now. The Newhall units backed out when they got into the construction zone, but well over triple digits here on a very dangerous stretch of road, even at normal speeds.
And Mike, this is a case where they're not going into tracking mode or letting this driver think, okay, hey, you got away from us. We'll catch up with you later. Something pretty serious must be, other than the erratic driving, something really serious must be known by officials here. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, you would think so. CHP generally doesn't, even for minor wants, CHP generally doesn't do surveillance or tracking. They'll do it if it gets off on surface streets. But just from my experience, generally, if we're on a freeway or a state highway or something like this, CHP will pretty much stick with it. They're the most, I'll say, liberal agencies of chasing cars. They'll chase something. This isn't even their want originally. They took it over from the LAPD, who was originally chasing this. So CHP will stick with it. What got them to back off, though, was that really tight construction zone and her just complete lack of care while driving through that, not only for the people on the road, but the people that are working in that construction zone and all those other things, just weaving and kind of threading the needle here in and out of these cars.
And you know, those orange dividers, mostly they're filled with water,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So they use the water to kind of weight them down. And the way she threaded the needle there when she went through that those two orange dividers, I mean, that's scary. I mean, I wouldn't know if